What's going on, guys? This is Kobe with Sample Source, back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how producers can avoid not getting paid by artists and getting burned for doing custom work, as well as with selling leases through Instagram. So if an artist hits you up wanting to get a beat from you, this is how you get paid.
I appreciate all the support. If you guys would like and comment and subscribe to the channel, then we'll get into the video.
So if this is your first time on the channel, my name is Kobe. I've helped 2 producers reach full-time livings as music producers. So if that's something you're interested in, that's what I teach here on the channel, and I have a lot of educational videos on that. I've been full-time as a music producer for almost 2 years now, and I'm just sharing everything that I've learned from my experiences, and hopefully that's beneficial to you guys. I also just got a new camera, so that is what I'm filming on right now. And whenever I drop the Producer Accelerator course, which is gonna teach you how to scale your business to $3,000 to $5,000 a month, then that will also be shot using this camera. So I'm really excited about that. So let's jump into the video. I had a comment on one of my YouTube videos that I'll put up on the screen right over here. And basically what they were talking about is, if you've done some custom work for a client, you finish the beat, how do you avoid not getting paid? Like, do you need to send the entire beat to them first before you ask for payment? All of these different things. And I know what their concerns are because I've been through every single one of these situations, and I've been burned by a lot of artists. I've done custom work for them and not gotten paid before. So I've come up with a lot of strategies to avoid this happening and to make sure that I'm doing business as professional as possible, and the artist will feel comfortable paying me and not think that I'm trying to scam them or something like that. And the reason why a lot of producers will do custom work and they won't ask for any kind of payment up front is because they know that it is a huge trust factor to pay somebody in advance for doing work when you don't know how it's going to turn out. So I'm going to talk about how you can get paid for custom beats, and this applies for leases as well, but I'm going to show you 2 main methods of how I do this. So if you're doing custom work, the problem is whenever you finish the beat, you don't know whether or not you should send the beat to the artist first for them to preview it, make sure it's okay. And if they okay it, then how are they going to pay you? Do you need to send the files to them first, or how does that even work? So I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to go and take on whoever wanted a custom beat. I would go and complete the beat, do the whole revision process, and after I've sent the entire beat over to them, which was completely untagged, then I would ask for payment after they have given the okay on it. This didn't work very well, and you can imagine that I got burned a lot of times. A lot of artists just straight up stole my beats, and a lot of them would never get back to me. They never get in contact with me. They might not use the beat, but then they're not gonna pay me for my work. So avoid this happening, what I usually do is I ask for a deposit up front, and then I will not send them any kind of audio files until they pay the other half upon completion. And the other way that you can do this is by sending a snippet for them to check out and make sure it's okay. And you can also send them a tagged version before they actually pay you for the beat. So how much should you ask for upfront as a deposit before starting on custom projects? So I usually just do half upfront and half whenever I finish the project. So the reason I do this is because at first I was only asking for like $50 deposit up front, because I thought the less amount they pay, the more likely they are to go through with that amount. But the problem is they might pay the $50 and then just get to hear the beat, and if it's not what they were looking for and they don't want to go through a revision process, then they just end up ghosting me and not paying for the rest of the beat and the rest of the production. So what I do is half up front, and it's easier to explain this concept to artists as well. So half up front and then half when the project is finished. And so there's 2 ways to make sure that you are ensuring that the artist is trusting you through this whole process. So what I say is they don't pay the other half until they're completely satisfied with the beat and they're ready to record on it and write to it. So I think that that's important because a lot of artists have trust issues. Maybe they've been burned in the past by somebody who did their artwork, cover for their album or something like that. And the other way I get artists to trust me is by providing a license agreement, and that way they can look over it and make sure that they know they're getting the exclusive and sole rights to use that particular beat, and that it's really a professional agreement that's going on, and I'm not going to do anything unprofessional. So if you want a license agreement template, I have a free template. It's at the link in the description. So it should be the first link. You can go and download that completely for free. And all you have to do is plug in your producer information, the artist name, the date, and a few other details such as price and everything. So make sure you go and grab that. The link is in the description. So after I've ensured that I've gotten the buyer's trust and they've agreed to send me a deposit, there is 2 different ways that I make sure that I get paid for the project. So the first way that I ensure that I get paid is by asking for if they want to go through PayPal or Cash App. So I only give them 2 options, and the reason being is because if you give them too many options, then they're going to have a crisis in making a decision, and also it is basically implying that they're already going to pay me. So I think that basically kind of funnels them into making a decision. So, and if they don't have one of these 2 options, or if you're like international and you only offer like PayPal or Stripe or something like that, then they're going to ask if they can pay a different way. So a lot of people want to go through Venmo, they want to go through Zelle, maybe they want to go through Apple Pay or something like that. So make sure you have all your payment gateways set up and you're ready to receive payment before you even ask this question. The other way that you can get paid is by offering a payment plan, especially for custom beats and exclusive rights. So you don't want to fulfill the product until it's completely paid in full. So make sure you discuss the terms before you even offer this option to the artist. But what I like to do is I go through Stripe, and the reason I do that is because you can set up what's called a product, and that way you can set up payment plans, and you can do it for a certain amount of months. You can explain in the description what the artists are going to be paying, and that it's going to charge their card every single month. And that way you don't have to go and chase the artist down and say like, hey, you haven't paid me yet, so I can't send you the beat, so when are we going to get this done? You can just put them onto a payment plan, and it will charge their card every single month, and then you'll let them know that once that allotted time is done and they paid in full, then it will stop charging their card and you'll fulfill the beat and send it to their email. The only problem with this is that Stripe does not automatically shut the card off after that time period is done. So make sure that you are keeping track of this, and you want to go back into that recurring payment and shut it off after they paid in full, or else you're going to run into a pretty bad situation. So those are the 2 ways that I present getting paid as an artist. You can use PayPal as well, I think, to make kind of that little product thing where you can set up recurring payments, but I found that one to be a little clunky, so that's why I set it up in Stripe. You can just figure out which one is best for you. So should you send MP3s that are tagged to the artist whenever the custom work is finished, or should you just send a snippet? So I would like to opt for sending a snippet, and if it sounds good to them, then you can send them a tagged MP3 if they want to hear the entire beat, especially if it has, you know, a lot of changes in the verses and maybe it has a bridge and everything like that. Then you probably can't get around this. But if you send them a snippet and they like what they're hearing, then I would avoid sending a tagged MP3 over, because if they can write to it and record to it before they purchase, then it's going to take them so much longer to pay you because they already have the finished product. All they have to do is pay you and get the stems, but it's just going to be a lot longer process. So that's why I would send a snippet over that's untagged, and maybe it's like 30-45 seconds, and most artists are not going to go and get an engineer or producer to extend this and try and steal your beat. So you should be good there, and you should have already collected your deposit, so there's no real risk factor in doing it this route. Just make sure that the snippet isn't like a minute and a half long or something like that, because then the artist might actually go through the whole trouble of stealing your beat and all of that stuff. So make sure you don't leave too much margin for error with this. And this applies to leases as well. So if somebody hits you up and saying that they want a certain beat off of your site or something like that, then make sure that you are not sending them the beat before they get payment, especially if they say something like, hey, I don't get paid until Friday, can you send me over the beat in the meantime so that I can write to it and get ready to record on it because I have a session this weekend on Saturday or Sunday or something like that. I get this a lot, so make sure that you just let them know up front that you can't do that. You can send them a tag snippet, but a lot of times they'll end up recording to it and just sitting with the recording for a long time before they actually pay you. So what I would do instead is let them know that, hey, you would have to pay up front before I actually send you the beat, and then I'll just send you all the files after payment. So just explain to them why you can't do that, and because a lot of artists will steal beats if you do that. No disrespect to them, but that's just how you run your business, and I think it's the best way to run your business professionally and avoid having a lot of situations where artists end up stealing beats from you and you end up getting jaded by the music industry. And that's not because the music industry is backwards, it's because you're just not doing good business. So hopefully this video has helped you and explained how you can get paid as a music producer, especially for exclusives with customs and leases, as well as setting up recurring payments plans and things like that in order to get paid from artists and maintain your professionalism as a brand. So hopefully this video has helped you with that, and please consider liking and commenting on this video. Comment something below that was helpful from this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll have new videos for you soon, and make sure you download the free license agreement. That link is in the description. And if you need help scaling your business to $3,000 to $5,000 a month with custom beats. I actually offer this through a 2-part consultation. So if you want to do that, then make sure you go to the link in the description. I have one-on-one consultations available that's for 1 hour each. So this will be 2 hours sitting down with me through Zoom, and I would send you the playback afterwards so that you can hear the conversation and take more notes. And I have a lot of resources for you as well, especially for selling over the phone. I have a whole sequence that is laid out for you. I have sales trackers, follow-up trackers, and all of these different spreadsheets and resources that I will send you if you book a consultation with me. So if you want to learn how I use paid advertisements in order to get over 350 contacts a month onto my email list on autopilot, as well as getting over 40 book calls a month from a very minimal budget and a very strict and lean back system, then make sure you book a 2-part consultation with me. The link is in the description. You can go ahead and book the first one and then either message me over on Instagram, or you can send me an email at kobe@samplesourcehub.com. So that's in the description as well. You can copy and paste that and shoot me an email after you purchase a consultation. So I look forward to helping you guys scale your businesses upwards of $3,000 to $5,000 a month, quitting your jobs and going full-time at producing. So I look forward to talking to you soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
If you want a one-on-one consultation with me, then check out the link below to set that up. And if you want to learn how I make a living selling beats online, then check out my beat selling guide below.